Coffee grounds are one of the most popular compost ingredients, but they're also one of the most misunderstood. So some gardeners treat them like a miracle ingredient and add every coffee ground they can find. Others avoid them completely because they have heard that they are too acidic. The truth is somewhere in the middle. So one of the biggest surprises is that used coffee grounds are no longer very acidic. So most of the acidity ends up in the coffee cup, leaving the used grounds much closer to neutral. That means they can be an excellent addition to compost piles when they are used correctly. Another common misunderstanding is that coffee grounds are considered a green material, not a brown material. Even though they are brown in color, they contain a relatively high amount of nitrogen, and that means they should be balanced with a carbon-rich material like straw, leaves, wood shavings, or rough-cut sawdust. This keeps the compost pile working efficiently and supports a biologically active compost pile. Coffee grounds also have a physical characteristic that many gardeners overlook. Because they are very fine, they can pack together in dense layers if too many are added all at once. Those dense layers, they reduce the airflow, they hold excess moisture, and then they can slow down the composting process. So instead of dumping large buckets of coffee grounds into the pile, it's much better to mix in smaller amounts throughout the compost with plenty of brown materials. Another question I hear is whether it's okay to collect used coffee grounds from coffee shops. So many coffee shops, they're happy to give them away, and from a composting standpoint, they can certainly be useful. But on our farm, we think about one more question before adding anything to the compost pile. Were these coffee beans grown in a way that I am comfortable bringing them into the soil that feeds my family? So much of the world's coffee is grown using conventional farming practices with herbicides, pesticides, and synthetic fertilizers that are being used. Now, while there's an ongoing discussion about how much of those residues remain after brewing, I prefer not to add questionable items to my compost pile when I have other options. So whenever possible, I choose organic coffee grounds from my own kitchen, and if I don't know where the coffee came from, I simply choose other compost materials that I know and trust. That follows the same rule I use for every material that goes into my compost pile. If I would not feel comfortable having it become a part of the soil that feeds my family, I just don't put it in my compost pile. So the good news is that coffee grounds are far from the only source of nitrogen for your compost pile. So you got kitchen scraps, fresh garden trimmings, weeds before they go to seed, and chicken manure from organically raised birds all make excellent green materials. So coffee grounds, they can absolutely have a place in the compost pile. They are simply just one ingredient amongst many. Like every compost material, they work best when they are added thoughtfully, balanced with other materials, and chosen to support a biologically active soil. So every decision you make today helps build the living soil that will feed your plants tomorrow. If you'd like to learn more about building biologically active soil with less work, I put together a free guide called Grow More Food with Less Work, the 8-Step Abundance Garden System. It explains the simple framework that we use here on the farm to build productive gardens that become easier and more resilient and more productive over time. You'll find the link in the description below.